Hello, everyone. This is Megha, co founder of TrueWeight. And today I am speaking to one of the doctors who is a frontliner in our war against coronavirus. The entire world is going through this pandemic, and we are in the safe hands of our doctor community. And here I'm talking to one of them to understand what precautions we should take and how should we fight this virus. So today we have Dr. Devan. He is professor of head and neck surgery at AJ Medical College, Mangalore. Thank you, Dr. Devan, for being with us today. So to start with, what is the current treatment protocol being followed for COVID-19 patients, for patients in the initial stages?
Well, I will tell you the overall picture worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
A large majority of people who get affected,
Mm-hmm.
as you would have observed, 80% will get affected, have a minimum amount of symptoms, and they will recover because they mount a powerful immune defense.
Okay.
It is a tiny minority that
Mm-hmm.
succumb to it and die. It is
Mm-hmm.
so sad when we see thousands of people die in so many countries.
Yes, yes.
Now, one caution or one pointer that I came across, who are the ones who are dying? The
Uh-huh.
elderly, the infirm, and those who have comorbid conditions.
Yes.
Now, one startling finding that came
Uh-huh.
is that patients who die have a low level of zinc.
Okay.
Why did it catch my eyes? Is because
Mm-hmm.
during my postgraduate research times, my
Mm-hmm.
prime focus was on immunology. At
Okay.
that time, I realized that the cornerstone or the pillar of immunology is
Mm-hmm.
zinc. I
Okay.
had a massive file on zinc, and
Mm-hmm.
from then onwards, I have been using that as the backbone of my treatment. And as a
Oh.
consequence, found countless children who were getting recurrent upper respiratory viral infections, viral
Mm-hmm.
sinus, they
Mm-hmm.
all were cured. Now, for zinc to function, it
Mm-hmm.
must have the other subsidiaries. But
Okay.
unfortunately, in comorbid conditions for elderly, I'm so
Mm-hmm.
sorry to say that we have absolutely no focus on immunity. We do
Mm-hmm.
not enhance immunity. So,
Mm-hmm.
therefore, what we now be doing?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely focus on immunity, because if you're immunologically strong, it
Mm-hmm.
is like a town having a very powerful police force with the
Mm-hmm.
requisite ammunition. Imagine a town with police have just lathis, how feeble they are.
Yes.
Whereas when police are very powerfully equipped,
Uh-huh.
nothing will happen. That's the way
Mm-hmm.
we should be. We should be immunologically very strong. Unfortunately, that focus, if you observe the treatment protocols around the world,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
immune enhancement seem not to be the focus.
So you mentioned comorbidities. So what are some of the comorbidities that we are seeing in relation to coronavirus disease? And also, is obesity one of the prominent factors? Because I read one of the reports from New York that in one of the hospitals, like as many as 60% of patients who came with COVID-19 were obese or had morbid obesity. So is there any relation?
The thing is, because if you land in America, you will find the large majority are obese.
Hmm.
So as a consequence, then these people come across. If you take a cross section of the American society, the
Yeah.
larger majority are obese. So if you take a cross section of COVID or corona patients, they
Yeah.
will be obese.
Okay.
However, if
Uh-huh.
your immune system is strong, I
Uh-huh.
emphasize,
Uh-huh.
nothing will happen.
Okay.
But sadly, so we do not have a focus on immunity as a prime objective. We
Yes.
take a whole lot of nutritious foods and various things, but immunity is a different game altogether.
Going back to immunity, what are the top things
Yes.
that you would recommend that we should follow to boost our immunity?
In South India, I remember decades back, what
Mm-hmm.
did our food, a good sumptuous meal, comprise of? It
Mm-hmm.
contained all the vegetable preparations. It contained taire, more, rasam, sambar, papadam, pickle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
suppose it may be prevalent in the north as well.
Yes,
But
yes, it was.
imagine how much rejuvenated you get when you take a rasam that contains the extract and the ingredient of tomato, of Bengal grams and other things. A good
Mm-hmm.
rasam, how nice you feel and how
Mm-hmm.
invigorated you feel. That is because it contains zinc.
Okay.
I come back to zinc again. So
Mm-hmm.
if you look at today's diet of the junk food of hamburgers, what do they really contain in terms of amino acids, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of B complex, in terms of ascorbate?
Mm-hmm.
Come back to the earlier era when
Mm-hmm.
after lunch we took fruits, especially citrus fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the fruit? component now in today's diet. We hardly ever have it.
Yeah.
If you come to example in Kerala, you have after a meal you have a hot water with jeera,
Okay.
or in major, we take what are called mouth fresheners.
Mhm.
But why do we take jeera? Because it's a very powerful antioxidant, clearing the food of its free radical that can damage you.
Okay.
So today's food pattern has no focus on immune enhancements.
So I would go back to the same question. Are there any top 5 things that you can tell the viewers on how they can boost their immune system naturally? One is zinc. What are the other things that they should focus on?
Yeah, but these are little sensitive topics, but I take the trouble because I see too many people suffering. Now,
Yes.
one thing is, I have seen quite a number of, especially females, suffering from recurrent infections, as well as why are they suffering like that? Because of the menstrual loss of blood, and
Yes.
therefore the lower iron hemoglobin.
Level. Yes, yes.
Now, why can't they substitute or get that replenishment in the diet? I ask only one question, and of course I need to be careful when I talk. The only thing that almost completely blocks iron absorption from the food is tea. Tea is a very powerful chelating agent.
Okay.
It is so sad when I come across so many young mothers, 2, 3 children, and then they develop what is called a throat cancer. The second thing is, if you carefully observe, you have enough iron content in the normal food which could be absorbed but are not absorbed because Indian diet primarily contains rice.
Yes.
Rice contains something called phytates, which again will block iron absorption. Now, how can we overcome it? We do not follow this, but how can we overcome it? If you look at a nice, you go and order a plate of biryani, there will be 2 slices of lime. When you squeeze lime onto the food, it will completely clamp the phytates and remove it, allowing the iron to be absorbed.
Okay.
That is the intellectual base of it. So therefore, I always tell people, in any diet lunch, take a little bit of lime, squeeze it, and then that's the way to take. And plus, supplement on iron and zinc if you're not getting the requisite amount. The third thing is, always after lunch or dinner, earlier we used to take a little amount of fruits. Fruits contain ascorbate that facilitate iron. It also has vitamin C, which again goes towards antiviral activity. The first thing earlier when vitamin C thing came out, it was found to trigger the release of interleukins, which at that time was argued as an antiviral drug. But how much of vitamin C do we have today in today's diet? Almost negligible.
Yes.
Another thing is amino acids. When an immune defense is mounted, amino acids contribute to the development of antibodies.
Okay.
Where is the and amino acids in today's diet? It's almost negligible. Do we take regularly sprouted grains or sprouts? In some major meals, if you go, there'll be a small little cup of sprouts.
Yes.
Do we have regularly sprouts? We don't have. So I'll just synopsize again. What are the requirements for good, rich immune health? Sprouts which contribute amino acids, vitamin C, fruits that contribute ascorbate, iron from the iron-rich foods. There are a whole lot of, especially black dates, black raisins.
Yes.
But do we regularly take black raisins and black dates and other things? We don't. And then zinc, which is come from the seed, is nature's divine gem, or it's a gift from where a new life sprouts. And for new life to grow, what is the backbone? Children who are zinc deficient are a little stunted. We must realize zinc contributes to growth. Now, zinc is richly present in the seeds of papaya, watermelon, and other seeds. When you do a net search, you can find all the high zinc content.
Yes.
Are we focusing on it? And do we have zinc as a prime immune drug which we ingest regularly to maintain health? We don't.
We don't, yes. We throw away the seeds actually. We eat the fruits and we throw away the seeds.
Yeah. So when you look at the society at large, because of their high calorie intake, they'll be obese, they'll be fat, but are they healthy? They're not.
Yes. So is there a test that can be done to gauge our current immune level? Like if someone wants to know which supplements should they start on, what all tests should they get done?
Only one test. I always tell, what is your reflection of health? Hemoglobin.
Okay.
If the hemoglobin, which should be ideally 14, 15 or even 16, if it is coming down to 9, 10,
Mhm.
Then you are low in iron. What is the backbone of health? Iron.
Okay.
That is the first thing that we need to think. The second thing is amino acids.
Okay.
If you look at the hair architecture, sometimes
Mhm.
we don't really we miss these subtle findings
Mhm.
of looking at a hair. A thick, rich, glossy hair is a
Mhm.
reflection of good amino acid intake, because that's primarily
Okay.
how hair is manufactured from the blood.
What role will sleep or lack of it or stress play in on the immunity?
Yeah, the thing is, quite often parents come and tell me that my child is having a fever and then says does not want to go to school because he's got a very bad body ache.
Uh-huh.
When you have a viral infection, the
Mhm.
body wants good rest in
Mhm.
order to mount a strong immune defense.
Mhm.
How will the body do it? If you look at the intellect of the human body beyond your consciousness, it is
Mhm.
amazing how the body works.
Mhm.
What does the body do to make sure that you will give or get the requisite rest is by giving a person body ache. It is called viral myalgia. The
Okay.
body gives the body pains, and often
Yeah.
patients ask me, can you give a painkiller to, and I
Mhm.
say no,
Mhm.
we should not do all that.
Mhm.
Why are you having the body pain? So that
Mhm.
you will rest and not run around.
Yes.
Today, earlier, I remember the doctor was eminently writing
Mhm.
bed rest. Where do
Mhm.
we write bed rest nowadays?
Yeah.
Even half a day we miss, and we miss our, including our work. We take some
Mhm.
paracetamol, we go for work. No,
Mhm.
the body requires rest.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
is a prime. The rest means not just mental rest, physical rest.
Yes.
Nicely sleep for 24 to 48 hours. Let
Mhm.
the body fight it out and come
Mhm.
out. Number two,
Mhm.
if there is stress in
Mhm.
any way,
Mhm.
stress decreases immunity. So
Okay.
therefore, do not be exposed to conditions in which it is highly stressful. You have a
Mhm.
difficult in your office or at
Mhm.
your home. Shut away your mind,
Mhm.
completely calm down, and stay away and relax.
Mhm.
Mentally relax, because
Mhm.
stress can decrease immunity. So
Yes.
therefore, these things we should. Unfortunately, today, how do we ever ask for body rest and stress and all that? We don't look at these things at all.
Yes.
So
Unfortunately, all
sad.
of us are concerned about is what pill to take, what vaccine to take for quick
Yes,
relief,
yes.
instant gratification,
Yeah,
and
it's so
all.
sad. And the second
Mhm.
thing is, in
Mhm.
spite of, I said, how will the body aggressively fight when the first line of defense is not there? The body will mount a fever, which
Yes.
I said in my earlier interview,
Mhm.
because fever will arrest viral multiplication.
Okay.
How does
Okay.
the body develop a fever? By clicking on a switch. That switch is in an area called the preoptic area of the anterior hypothalamus.
Okay.
But one very clever virus, what
Uh-huh.
does it do? It keeps this switch off. So, therefore, in spite of a terrible virus infection, the patient does not have a fever.
Mhm.
Name the condition in which there is a terrible virus infection with no fever: AIDS.
So what we can do as individuals is focus on our own body, our own lifestyles, our own level of sleep and stress and
Yes.
sunlight to make our own
Yeah, no,
body capable of fighting.
yeah. No, I'll just make one thing very clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very clear. Three studies: the
Mhm.
Framingham Heart Study, the
Mhm.
Multiple Risk Factor Intervention Trial, the
Mhm.
GC, that is the General Study on Infarction. Many studies showed who are
Mhm.
the persons likely to develop a blood pressure
Mhm.
are those who are not drinking a glass of milk a day. Did you realize that? I have
Okay.
enough number of patients, hypertensive patients. I
Mhm.
simply give calcium and
Mhm.
vitamin D. In
Mhm.
about 9 weeks' time, there's a gradual dip in blood pressure.
Mhm.
So, like that, we have not realized all that. We don't
Mhm.
realize all that. Calcium, you just
Mhm.
put on a Google search calcium and blood pressure. Now,
Mhm.
of course, we know that magnesium is to be associated.
Mhm.
And when you're deficient in calcium, I'll just break open and imagine a window.
Mhm.
When we looked at blood pressure patients, we found something to be high, and
Mhm.
therefore we said we have to reduce. What is it which is high?
Mhm.
Sodium.
Oh.
Why is the sodium high?
Mhm.
Because when the body is deficient in calcium,
Mhm.
in order to maintain its ionic electronic balance, it
Mhm.
will push up something to maintain the balance. What is that? Sodium.
Sodium.
So we say
Mhm.
salt restricted diet and all. No, no, we need to
Mhm.
look at what is deficient. What is
Mhm.
deficient? Calcium. When
Mhm.
you give calcium, automatically it will push the sodium out and gradually it will come down. So
Mhm.
similarly, we need to not look at what is high, we need to look at what is low. In
Yes.
those who died, what is low? Zinc.
Mhm. So what I've read is it says it's not airborne. So are you saying it's airborne?
It is absolutely airborne. It is
Okay.
not waterborne. Let me make, because now experiments show it is absolutely, it will remain in the air.
Mhm.
A person simply need not cough. You can only an infected carrier, a carrier who is sort of saying the virus is continuously replicating and throwing out viral particles from the lung through the nose into the air, and it
Mhm.
will remain suspended in the air. You look at water bubbles and you
Mhm.
blow it into the air, it will simply remain airborne. If a water bubble, soap bubble, as you see, and
Mhm.
it remains air, this is lighter than a soap bubble. So
Mhm.
imagine how much in the air.
Mhm. So does
Now the very
does the hot weather, humidity, heat, does it have anything to do with containing the virus?
with all that. Because if it is so, it should not have gone into sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
It should not have gone into areas where the weather is truly hot. It is
Mhm.
not the outside heat. It is the human body's temperature. If a person follows my original instruction of supplementing what is required to
Mhm.
make sure that the immune system is fighting fit and strong,
Mhm.
people still will get infected, but they will not die.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay.
Yesterday itself, 37 deaths have happened in India, and that is something which is so sad that just should not have happened.
Mhm.
My interview, which was earlier kept on, somebody should have got it and told these people, listen, the moment you think, please start the supplementation as well as the hot water
Yeah.
therapy, 100% they should not have died.
Yes.
Now, one thing, of course, I must keep a corollary here is
Mhm.
that in spite of following my treatment, if they die, it means I
Mhm.
am not on the right track. I will
Yeah.
retract and redact my statement. I say I'm on the wrong track.
Mhm.
My argument is if a single person dies as a consequence, because that is the surety and faith with which I talk.
Yes, let's hope that people follow, and let's hope there are no deaths or no more deaths, and people, whatever can be avoided should be avoided. Thank you
Yes,
so much, doctor, for your kind advice and for your time. And I really hope people follow this and we are able to spread it to as many people as possible. And let's fight it with our immunity. Let's fight it with the right nutrition and right supplements. And thank you so much again. Thank you.
you have been wonderful, and it's been an edifying experience for me to talk to you. So much of knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I will surely reach out
Thank
to
you.
you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank,
God bless.
thank you. Thank you.